Today on Beavertown Outdoors, we've got logs and we got to move them. Stay tuned. So as you seen in my previous video, we got a load of logs in. 22 pulp cord to be exact. And the best place I had to stage them was here in the driveway, and or off to the side of the driveway I should say. And that's not where I'm going to process them up. Obviously I've been taking all this time to set up a processing area with the Range Road Eco Pro and some of my other stuff, so processing happens way out there. So that means we got to move these around. They're just here to be staged, and it works out because I'm going to sort them out. A good portion of these, probably at least 2/3, maybe 3/4 of it, is going to be going through the processor. There is still some larger stuff like this big fella here that are going to go through, are going to be processed by the good old-fashioned way with the chainsaw and the wood splitter. So part of what I gotta get done is get these sorted out, make it work quicker. So won't be processing today in this video or doing any kind of cutting or anything super cool, depending on your point of view, of course. But what I am going to be doing is moving them around with the Branson. With the Branson 2515. So, as you know, if you've seen my video before, a couple of videos I've had where I'm moving logs with the forks and the poor man's grapple, timber claw. I'm gonna fix my hat here. This is an awesome hat, but I don't know how fashionable it is. But it's not a beauty contest out here in the wood yard. So I'm going to show you basically all the ways we can move logs if you don't have a hydraulic grapple, which I still hope to have someday. Chase, if you're watching, I'll work out a sponsorship deal. Just have Admir give me, let me use one of those grapples you got over there at United Truck Sales. But that said, I don't have that yet, so we got to make do with what we got and be thankful that I have a tractor that I can move logs with. I mean, there's plenty of people out there that don't, so I think I'm very fortunate to have it. And so I'm going to show you guys all the ways we move logs. I'm going to get these sorted out, and we're going to get moved out to the processing area. So, which I'll kind of show you my plan here. Take a walk out here. Such a long walk. Get my steps in for the day. So here, this area, I've got the processor, which has the live deck, and I'm gonna load the live deck obviously, but I'm gonna start staging some of the logs over here in this area. I've got a couple of 4x4s that are down there for runners. Just give me enough space to get under with the forks and move logs around and keep them off the ground, keep them from rotting. I don't think this time around they're going to be sitting long enough to have any problems with them rotting any further. It's not going to be like last year where I had to, you know, it took me, as you guys know, many weeks to get them done. So hopefully those times have come to an end, thanks to the Range Road Eco Pro. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stage some over there. Not quite sure where I'm going to put the logs to cut with the chainsaw yet. Eventually I want to put them where I've got all this crappy poplar over here. Yeah. So I'm going to get that stuff moved out. I've been processing some of it, but I'm finding this, I may have got to it a little too late. You know, a lot of it is getting to where it's already getting punky and not going to be worth anything even for campfire wood. So I'm at least pull it out of there at some point and figure out what I'm going to do with it. Probably the rotten stuff I'm going to throw out in the woods, pile it up out there, let nature take its course with it, and try to salvage what I can out of it. So anyway, I'm going to get stuff set up, and you guys can watch me. Oops, light ain't so good. You guys can watch me move some logs. So stay tuned. So the forks were good to move small logs. They don't work as well as a grapple, but they work. They get logs moved. But now I got some bigger logs, kind of like that big guy over there. So we're going to move some of the bigger logs that are actually up on the pile. And do that, I'm going to use the timber claw, which, again, if you haven't seen the video about the timber claw, I hope you'll check that out. So it's basically just, it's basically a 4-jaw timber claw, skidding claw, and got it hooked up onto the hitch plate, and we're going to use that to reach up, grab the logs off the top that are really big, and bring them down, and we'll sort them out later from there. Well, guys, so that's two ways I use to position logs around here, around the compound. The forks and the timber claw. Showed you both. Both are good options. They both have their place. I mean, you can do everything probably with the forks. It's just slow. Obviously, again, a grapple is going to be the best solution. But if you don't have one, these are the two things that work. If you want my opinion, if you can only afford one, make sure you got forks. Forks, you can move everything. Like I said, again, it can be slow. It can be a little difficult on the bigger logs, but it works. The timber claw works great for the bigger logs. You know, you are going to be getting on and off the tractor a lot to use it, but it does work good for the bigger logs. Not so much for the small stuff. You know, even though it has the jaws in the middle, it doesn't grab like a pile of the small stuff like a grapple would. So take that for what it's worth. Like I said, again, both are valuable. You know, it's great to have a tractor. You know, you could, I mean, you can move stuff with the bucket. That's going to put a lot more manual labor, honestly, on you than you think it would. You know, if you have a wood yard, if you're doing a kind of big production, and you got the means to have a tractor, have one with forks. Consider the grapple. Again, the whole setup with the grapple, with the plate, the hitch, the grapple itself, you're in a couple $100. I think a set of forks, a good set of forks, is about, I don't know, $500 to $700. So, again, if this is what you're doing, and you're going to get a tractor, make sure you got at least one, if not both of these. Obviously, if you got the means, get the grapple. All right. Hopefully, I'll have one someday. But anyway, that's going to do it for me, guys. Hope you like what you saw. Hope this gave you some insight onto ways you can use your tractor to move firewood around. Some of the implements you can use to do that better. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe. Feel free to share. If you subscribe and you want to see when all my content comes out, hit the notification button. It'll send you a message and let you know that that put something new out. I do post videos every Tuesday. Hope you'll come back and see my next one. So until then, everybody take care of each other. Be good. Stay safe.